Psi-Ops, the Mindgate conspiracy, is a hidden gem that masterfully blends action-packed gameplay with mind-bending psychic abilities. Released in 2004, this third-person shooter offers an exhilarating journey that lets players harness their telekinetic and mind-control powers, setting it apart from other titles of its time. One of the standout features of Psi-Ops is its innovative use of psychic abilities, which inject a fresh twist into a traditional shooter game. As protagonist Nick Scryer, players are equipped with an arsenal of powers that include telekinesis, pyrokinesis, mind control, remote viewing, and more. These abilities not only serve as combat tools, but also provide creative solutions to puzzles and challenges throughout the game. Whether flinging enemies through the air using telekinesis, or infiltrating enemy minds to manipulate them to your advantage, every encounter becomes an opportunity for experimentation and creativity. At the heart of the game's allure are the diverse and captivating psychic abilities at your disposal. Telekinesis, the power to manipulate objects with your mind, is a game changer that transforms ordinary items into deadly projectiles or protective shields. The sheer satisfaction of hurling objects at enemies or constructing impromptu barricades showcases the game's immersive physics engine and the limitless potential for creative combat tactics. Pyrokinesis, the ability to control and create fire, adds an intense and fiery twist to battles. Incinerate foes from a distance or ignite the environment to your advantage, watching as the flares spread realistically and engulf your enemies. The visual and auditory impact of these fiery encounters is awe-inspiring, setting the game apart from its contemporaries. Mind control stands as one of the most intriguing abilities, granting players the power to take command of enemy soldiers and use them as pawns against their own allies. This ability introduces a layer of strategy and psychological warfare, turning enemy encounters into a tactical puzzle where your greatest weapon is the human mind. The inclusion of remote viewing, astral projection, and aura vision further diversifies the gameplay. Remote viewing lets you explore the environment from a distance, uncovering secrets and identifying weak spots before engaging. Astral projection allows you to send your consciousness through barriers to access otherwise unreachable areas, offering a satisfying blend of puzzle solving and exploration. Aura vision, on the other hand, highlights enemies and interactive objects, enabling a heightened sense of awareness during intense battles. Psi-Ops brilliantly integrates these psychic powers into both combat and puzzle-solving scenarios. Each ability's application isn't just limited to one approach, but rather encourages experimentation and creativity. Whether you're tactically using telekinesis to disarm enemies, or igniting explosive barrels with pyrokinesis, the game rewards ingenuity and quick thinking. The game's level design is well crafted, offering a mix of environments that cater to different gameplay styles. From military compounds to laboratories and mind-bending dreamscapes, each location provides a fresh experience and keeps the player engaged. The integration of physics-based puzzles and environmental interactions further adds depth to the gameplay, often requiring players to employ their psychic powers in inventive ways. The level design in Psi-Ops is a testament to the game's versatility and creativity, offering players a roller coaster ride through different environments. One of the standout features of Psi-Ops level design is the way it seamlessly integrates the game's psychic abilities into the environment. Each level provides opportunities for players to experiment with their powers, encouraging them to think outside the box to overcome challenges. The combination of psychic powers with the physical world creates a dynamic and engaging gameplay loop that keeps players invested and entertained. The environments themselves are richly detailed and varied, from the claustrophobic corridors of a research facility to the wide open spaces of outdoor areas. Each setting feels distinct and well thought out. The attention to detail in the level design adds a layer of immersion, making the player's journey through the game's world a visually captivating experience. One of the most remarkable aspects of the level design is the incorporation of dream sequences. These surreal and otherworldly segments stand out as some of the most visually striking moments in the game.
I'm trapped by these creatures. They're attuned to our individual brainwaves set up like watchdogs by Wrightson.
They not only break up the pace, but also challenge players with unique puzzles and obstacles that play with the boundaries of reality and imagination.
We'll skip the spoon bending and start by controlling objects using telekinesis. First, select a target to TK by moving the aim reticle over the object. Always refer to them.
The integration of physics-based puzzles is another commendable aspect of the level design. Using telekinesis to manipulate objects and solve environmental puzzles feels natural and rewarding, adding an extra layer of engagement beyond combat scenarios. These puzzles often require players to think critically and strategically, enhancing the overall gameplay experience. However, there are a few minor drawbacks to the level design in Psi-Ops. Some levels might feel a bit linear, limiting the player's sense of exploration and freedom. Additionally, while the overall design is well crafted, certain areas can become repetitive in terms of aesthetics and enemy encounters, leading to moments of predictability. In terms of storytelling, Psi-Ops presents a fairly standard narrative centered around a secret organization and the protagonist's quest to uncover the truth.
Here's your man, Nick Scryer. Facial reconstruction and a memory wipe.
Intelligence has the movement attacking the refinery in about 90 hours from now. We're ready when he is.
This memory wipe will give us plenty of time to drop him in and get him past the movement's psi probes.
While the plot may not be groundbreaking, it serves as an effective backdrop to the action and showcases the capabilities of Nick's psychic powers. The game strikes a balance between story-driven sequences and intense combat, ensuring that players remain immersed without sacrificing the thrill of gameplay. While not without its minor hiccups, the game's storytelling serves as an engaging backdrop to the mind-bending action that unfolds.
What took you so long?
Where'd they take my squad?
The next floor for processing. But you're not ready, Nick. You have to recover your ability.
The narrative follows Nick Scryer, an elite operative equipped with latent psychic abilities, as he becomes embroiled in a high-stakes battle against a secretive organization known as the Movement. The story gracefully intertwines government conspiracies, betrayal, and espionage with the unexplored frontiers of the human mind. The concept of psychic powers as both a means of combat and a narrative tool adds depth to the storytelling, turning every power Nick unlocks into a piece of the larger puzzle. One of the storytelling's strengths is its ability to maintain a sense of intrigue and mystery throughout the game. Players are constantly left questioning the motivations of characters and the true nature of the unfolding events. The game's integration of hidden documents, recordings, and environmental details encourages players to explore their surroundings and piece together the puzzle on their own, fostering a sense of immersion and engagement with the story. However, the character development can sometimes feel a bit shallow. While the story introduces an array of intriguing characters,
What is this place?
A front for the movement, run by Edgar Barrett, master of telekinesis and the General's right-hand man.
some interactions lack the depth needed to truly connect players to their motivations and personalities. This occasionally affects the emotional resonance of pivotal moments within the narrative. Voice acting also swings between moments of solid performance and instances that lean towards melodrama.
Well, what a resourceful little rat that's wandered into my maze. I'll enjoy bending your mind to my will.
This inconsistency in delivery can detract from the immersion, briefly taking players out of the world the game works hard to build. Despite these flaws, Psi-Ops manages to tell a story that successfully melds psychic powers and espionage. The gradual unveiling of secrets keeps players invested in the narrative, mirroring the progressive revelation of Nick's psychic abilities. By fusing these elements, the game successfully creates a storytelling experience that stands as a testament to the developer's ambition. Psi-Ops: A Mindgate Conspiracy showcases the visual style of its era, offering a mix of hits and misses in terms of graphical presentation. While the game's graphics may show their age compared to modern standards, they still manage to capture the essence of its time and contribute to the overall atmosphere of the game. At the time of its release, Psi-Ops featured visuals that were impressive for the technology available. The character models, while not exceptionally detailed by today's standards, were well designed and managed to convey the personality of the characters. The environmental design varied from the sterile laboratories of the Mindgate Corporation to the surreal dreamscapes that reflect the protagonist's psychic abilities. Each location felt distinct and contributed to the game's immersion. Where Psi-Ops truly shines graphically is in its use of physics and special effects. The telekinesis mechanic, which allows players to manipulate objects with their mind, showcases impressive physics interactions that add a layer of realism to the gameplay. Objects react dynamically when thrown, creating a satisfying sense of immersion as they bounce and collide with the environment. The pyrokinesis ability also impresses with its fire effects, which, while not groundbreaking, manage to create a visually engaging spectacle during combat. However, as with many games of its time, there are noticeable limitations in texture quality and polygon count. Character animations, while functional, lack the fluidity and realism expected in more recent titles. The environments, while varied, may come across as somewhat sparse or lacking in intricate details. Additionally, the graphical fidelity can be inconsistent throughout the game. Some areas are more visually impressive than others, leading to moments of inconsistency that can briefly break the immersion. The game's age is most apparent when compared to contemporary titles with more advanced graphics technology. Psi-Ops offers players a sonorous journey that complements its psychic warfare and intense action with a well-crafted blend of audio effects and music. While not without its minor drawbacks, the audio and music in Psi-Ops contribute significantly to the game's immersive atmosphere. The sound effects in Psi-Ops excel in creating a sense of realism and engagement. The distinct sounds of telekinesis as objects are manipulated, the crackling of fire ignited by pyrokinesis, and the thud of enemies hitting the ground after being flung through the air all contribute to an audio experience that enhances the gameplay. The environmental soundscape further immerses players in the game world, from the hum of machinery to the echoing footsteps in various locations. Voice acting is a mixed bag, ranging from commendable performances to moments of melodrama. While some characters deliver their lines convincingly, others can come across as over the top, detracting slightly from the overall immersion. However, the interactions and dialogue manage to convey the personalities and motivations of the characters, contributing to the unfolding narrative. One of the standout aspects of Psi-Ops audio is the music. The game's soundtrack, composed by Steve Rockett, effectively sets the tone for each moment of gameplay. Energetic tracks accompany intense combat sequences, enhancing the adrenaline rush of battles, while more ambient, mysterious pieces complement the exploration and puzzle-solving segments. Music adapts seamlessly to the changing situations, enhancing the emotional impact of key moments and contributing to the overall atmosphere. However, the soundtrack, while effective, doesn't necessarily stand out as a memorable collection of melodies outside of the game. Some tracks may blend together or lack distinct memorable motifs that stick with players after they've put down the controller. Nonetheless, the music fulfills its purpose with the context of the game, effectively enhancing the gameplay experience. Despite its strengths, Psi-Ops does exhibit some rough edges. The graphics, while decent for its time, can feel a bit dated compared to modern standards. Additionally, the voice acting and character animations can come across as somewhat cheesy at times, detracting slightly from the immersion. Psi-Ops: The Mindgate Conspiracy is a game that deserves recognition for its unique approach to blending psychic powers with action-packed gameplay. Its inventive use of telekinesis and mind control sets it apart from other shooters of its era, offering players a refreshing and exhilarating experience. Although the graphics and voice acting may show their age, the core gameplay mechanics and level design more than make up for these minor shortcomings. If you're seeking a game that challenges your mind as well as your reflexes, Psi-Ops is certainly worth a playthrough.